Hello and welcome to Translate, a channel for intelligent and curious people like you who are searching for human sexuality in the age of artificial intelligence. And in this channel, we usually try to find the best possible answer to a question. And today's question is how uh, sensors like accelerometers, gyroscopes, magnetometers put together, how they work together, how they make the robot partner do all the types of physical activities, including physically intimate acts. But my question is why this type of technology, which is very complex to generate, of course, and scientific development, should be used for the sex robot industry? Why? My question, today's question is why should we use this knowledge for producing tons of sex robots, which are nothing but depiction of or representation of dehumanization of sex? Anyway, we'll talk about it, we'll discuss it. But before we proceed, let me tell you one thing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you have already subscribed, please keep supporting Wooden Step. Many, many thanks for your support. And finally, although I talk about human sexuality, sexual behaviors, and of course, I question the role of sex robots or sex robot industry as a whole, dehumanization of sex. But there is no vulgarity in this channel, and I don't promote any kind of vulgarity through this channel. Now, come back to our topic. Accelerometers, gyroscopes, or magnetometers. We have talked about these topics in my previous videos separately. Okay, these are all different types of sensors, and in a humanoid robot, from head to toe, there are a lot of sensors. Okay, and through these sensors, they collect data, they process that data in their CPU, that means in their brain, and ultimately after matching them with their uh, trained model data sets, they can either talk to you, they can either walk, they can do some physical activities which are almost like humans but not like humans, of course. And they are not sentient yet, they have no consciousness or feelings, although uh, maybe in some used cases they follow some typical instructions, so that it would rather uh, look like or seem that or appear like they are giving you kind of emotional support, but they have no emotions. And we are far far away from creating emotions or consciousness artificially. We have created artificial intelligence, of course, but that part is completely different. Now, as I said, that these are very technical details, but at the same time, because I raise a question that why should we use this technical knowledge, trillions of dollars, uh, and trillions of computational power, trillions of calculations that can do those chips, those recent chips. Why should we waste so much resource and energy for creating the sex robots? Okay, we'll talk about it. But before that, let me just recapitulate a few things like accelerometers. What are accelerometers? They basically accelerate the robot's body movement. Okay, including gravity, and its own movements. And gyroscopes basically measures the robot's rotational rate. That means it turns around or something like that. While magnetometers measure the magnetic field, which is also kind of a magic field, of course, around its body. Earth magnetic field. Okay, we just talked about it in my previous video. If you are interested, you can watch that video also. These three sensors in reality work together. They can talk to each other, they can send signals to each other, and rather talk to each other, and provide the robot with a complete picture of its orientation and motion. And for any kind of physically intimate act, motion is very important. This information can then be used to control the robot's motors and joints. And there are a lot of joints in our body, and also when we create a robot in robot's body. And these joints are also very important for what? for any kind of sexual activity, to move more efficiently on bed in particular, accurately, of course. For example, a humanoid robot can use its accelerometers to determine which food is on the air and which food is on the ground. This information can ultimately be used to control the robot's gait, posture, ensuring that it makes a stable and efficient manner, walks in stable and efficient manner, or riding or jumping on the bed. Anyway, and gyroscopes also can be used to measure the robot's rotational rates when you turn it around for your pleasure part and etc. They can do that efficiently for gyroscopes, okay, which can be helpful for tasks such as balancing and turning and etc. And magnetometers, you know, because I just talked about in my previous video, that measures the magnetic field around the robot so that it can distinguish between metals and other objects. Anyway, but having said that, I still raise the same question: why should we waste our so much knowledge, vast amount of labor, vast amount of testing and etc. for creating such dumb sex robots, which is nothing but a representation of dehumanization of sex and objectification of sex. So I don't know, because this industry is booming now, and in some cases where it helps elderly people or it can be used in educational purposes, put them aside. This negative side, that means this dehumanization of sexual activity side, we should be aware. We should raise the question. We should rather campaign against it, because this kind of dehumanization of sex and objectification of sex, we should not tolerate, especially wasting so much resource, so much computational power, so much money. Why we are doing this, and why should we do that in future? We should ask ourselves. Hopefully, we will think about it also. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. I hope it will give you some more insights about your robot partner. At the same time, it will give you some food for your thought. So, thanks again. Take care and stay safe.